Yo, David here. Today I want to talk to you about the habit of good enough. Good enough and just going. Good enough and just putting it out there. Good enough and just uploading. Good enough and just pressing record. So we talked about how perfection can become a procrastination. And Tony Robbins said this. He said that perfection is the lowest standard that you have. Because perfection usually tends to lead to procrastination. So I also used to be a huge procrastinator because I used to be a perfectionist, right? I couldn't post a piece of content online without editing it like 10 different times. I couldn't post a video without saying like the perfect script with the perfect lines and the perfect punchlines, right? And so I used to have this syndrome, I would say, of being a perfectionism. And that got in the way of so many things in my life that it's not even funny. Like if I didn't have that perfectionism syndrome, I would have produced so much more. I would have created so much more. And I would have also, I believe, would have added way more value to the world than if I was stuck as a perfectionist, right? So you want to get into the habit of being just good enough. If it's just good enough, then post. If it's just good enough, just go. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? This video is definitely not perfect. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna say right now. Seriously, I don't even have a script. I don't even know what I'm gonna say, but I just have the concept of just going, of just getting into the habit of, hey, this video, I want to produce something that, kind of adds value to your life, maybe helps bring about an idea to let go of this idea of perfectionism and just go. And that is what I'm gonna talk about. And that honestly is good enough for me. And so once I got into this habit of good enough, that's when I started to produce a lot more. That's when I started to become a real creator. So it's not learn and then act, it's act and then learn. The action has to come first, okay? And it's definitely a lot better to learn something through first-hand experience than it is to learn from second-hand experience. So you just want to put yourself out there and just start going, no matter what it is. All right, so a lot of us, we tend to make excuses. Like, for example, if like we're trying to go to the gym, we make all these excuses of like, oh, I gotta find the perfect gym and the perfect gym partner and the perfect gym trainer. I gotta get the perfect Nike shoes and like the perfect outfit. It's like, no, you don't gotta do any of that. Just go first, freaking step into the gym, buy that gym membership, just go to the gym first, and then calibrate after the fact. Okay, so you wanna take action first, calibrate after the fact. Because if you calibrate first, if you try to learn something first, you're just gonna procrastinate. That perfection syndrome is gonna arise and you're gonna start making excuses, and those excuses turn into years, and those years turn into decades, and those decades turn into an entire life lost through procrastination. So get into the habit of just going, get into the habit of good enough. Good enough is good enough as long as you're being authentic and as long as you're trying to add some value in some way or some shape or form. So I hope you take this message to heart and you actually do something, right? You actually go out there and take action, because that's my ultimate goal for you, is to not just absorb this information, but to actually apply it and to do great things for your life, right? To go out there and use this stuff and to actually improve your life. So that's it for this.